It was like a scene from a Hollywood movie. It started here on Carrollton and Palmetto yesterday. It involved a guy who went psycho, took a gun out and popped off shots into a car driven by somebody else. It was seen, it was heard, and then it was posted on Facebook. Let's take a look at the work tools of a bounty hunter. Lots of machine guns. These are not toys, by the way. But look at this. Debris all over the place. Pieces of the wall on the ground. Pieces of the ceiling on the ground. Angela, if you want to swing around and get that ceiling. Just completely ripped to bits from the inside out. The Hilton Hotel in Nassau Bay, Texas. And as we come into the lobby, this is surreal, even for a hurricane. The skylight blew at 2 o'clock in the morning. And it caused this.
Like I said, hopefully God will protect everybody.
Well said. Maybe your neighbors will have a change of heart after seeing some of the broadcasts and the projected models of this storm. Liz and Michael, lots of emotion behind having to pick up and leaving your home on the West Bank or anywhere else in Louisiana. But everybody here at the Hilario Center who have come and gone and are waiting for buses, doing the right thing, getting out of harm's way. And we're on Highway 146 now, just before the bridge to take us to Kemah. Debris all over the median now, pieces of wood. Stuff from boats flying into the street and cleared off into the median. I can tell you it stinks like diesel fuel. This is where the score went down, the cigarette stock room where only premium cigarettes were swiped. The Audubon Park flasher is locked up, thanks to your calls. See how he went down along with several other accused bad guys on the wheel of justice. Next. And could Al-Qaeda attack New Orleans in the French Quarter on a Friday night? Bernazani says it's possible, but it's small potatoes compared to what they would do to the oil and gas industry. He says that would be their most likely target. This house here in Gentilly represents a lifetime of memories, but it also represents a day of absolute terror for an 82-year-old woman. She was walking along this sidewalk here, her purse around her shoulder. It's a party that hasn't stopped. It's getting more wild by the minute. Is that a rubber chicken in your pocket, or are you happy to see me?
Well,
or is it both?
A little bit of both.
Thank you very much. Lots of boating and marina materials. We go this way, and we show you all of the boats at the TSF Marina, which has a major cleanup job on its hands. Get the down! Some people just know how to make an entrance. ABC 26's Tattoo the Bounty Hunter is one of them.
I told you I was about tired of this.
Tired and fit to be tied over waiting 2 days to catch a fugitive. Before getting his man, it was an hours-long wait and series of rides through the West Bank to hunt down James Small, a wanted drug offender who Tattoo says runs a crack business out of his boarded-up home. It's disguised as a Katrina-damaged house of blight, which is powered by a generator, according to Tattoo. But it also is constantly visited by people in search of dope.
Y'all come in here to buy dope. I already know.
No one would answer. Tattoo thinks someone is there because he can hear the generator, which wasn't running hours earlier. Plus, clients keep dropping by.
Yeah, I know they sell a lot of dope around here.
Despite his gut feeling, Tattoo knows there's a chance Small can be out on the street. Leaving no stone unturned, the bounty hunter hits the hot spots, cruising the drug-infested corners, even questioning apparent prostitutes.
All right, put the word on the street tattoos alternate, all right?
Okay, sir.
All right.
Will do.
But he goes with his gut. It's back to the West We Go home of James Small, a man with several cocaine-related offenses and stalking on his record. Around 2 a.m., Tattoo decides knocking is overrated.
That makes number 4 in 9 years.
For what?
4 doors that I've kicked in 9 years. I don't like kicking in doors because you never know what's behind them.
People are coming back and forth to your house all night for hours, pulling up in cars and on foot. Are you a drug dealer?
Nope.
Why are all those people pulling up to your house then?
I'm popular.
What?
I'm popular.
You're popular.
Top story.
You're looking at recent security video of Magazine Street. Images that could have been disastrous for the guy parking his car, if not for luck. The guy parking in front of his apartment is me. With my hands full, I yap away on the cell, just wanting to get upstairs and to bed. I get out of my car and someone across the street appears to spot me and approaches. But just as I notice him, he looks over my shoulder, then runs off. We showed the footage to New Orleans Deputy Police Chief Marlon DeFillo.
You have the cell phone propped against your ear and your shoulder.
You're carrying one shoulder bag. Now you're going to walk to the other side of your vehicle.
I walked around to the passenger side of the car to grab more stuff. I was already on the cell phone when I saw the guy with his hands in his pockets. I wasn't sure what he was going to do, and I still don't. But Deputy Chief DeFillo said whatever was on his mind, it probably wasn't good.
Probably 90+% that you were going to be the victim of a robbery. Within a tenth of a second, he spots a police car driving by, and of course that was enough time for him to run away.
For me, the NOPD cruiser was in the right place at the right time. DeFillo says by being distracted, I made myself a target for a crime of opportunity.
You are totally preoccupied by not only talking on the phone, but also carrying your personal belongings. That's what criminals look for.
And so this is the last way you want to look when you're heading out of your car and into your apartment, holding one bag here, another bag here, a cell phone at your ear. Don't be distracted, says DeFillo. Make sure you're aware of your surroundings. Make the block before heading into your house and look around. Just be smart, common sense smart, and get your bags later if you have to.
My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty.
Martin Luther King Day 2008 in Gina, Louisiana.
No to the Klan. No, no, no.
MLK is getting old.
No Nazis! No KKK! No fascist USA!
Between the courthouse and Gina High School, a chanting war ensued as white supremacists picked the King holiday to march and protest in the very spot where 20,000 came to oppose a racially charged criminal case in September. It's where 6 high schoolers were charged with attempted murder for beating a white student before the charges were reduced to battery. Today's hype brought out more than 200 lawmen and several outspoken groups.
I think we need to have a James Earl Day. James Earl Day. They got Martin Coon Day. Let's have a James Earl Day.
Are you guys out here trying to start trouble?
No,
Is that what this is
no,
about?
no.
You're not trying to instigate because you know it's a national holiday?
No, sir. I don't give a damn what day it is. This is wrong for what them people
But you'd be
do.
working if you weren't here today,
No,
though, right?
I'm disabled. I don't work anymore. But if I did,
Well enough to carry the guns and the black jacket.
I'm not a vegetable.
We want to abolish the King holiday.
Richard Barrett today led the nationalist movement.
We want
Tell me why you're out here
the
today.
streets to march in the
What do you
middle of
think
the
I'm out here
street.
for?
This
I'm
street
asking you.
belongs to us, not MLK.
I'm out here protesting the blacks.
And a group calling itself the New Black Panthers showed up, but ended up in a scuffle with Louisiana State Police, which led to an arrest of one of the members. He was from New Orleans. Those from Gina say they've had enough of all the visitors. You've been here your whole life, right?
Mostly.
Are you sick of all the attention this whole thing is getting?
Yeah.
Guys who appear on the Wheel of Justice lately are also appearing here. This is John Glenn Tillman, the suspected leader of a cigarette-stealing and selling ring accused of striking last in Chalmette. His 2 cronies, a rapper known as T.T. Tucker and a woman nicknamed Sizzlin', had already been caught before Tillman was nabbed last week. The so-called Audubon Park Flasher is also now a member of the Wheel of Justice Jail Club. After our story last Thursday, Robert Melinda was picked up as our cameras rolled. Accused of flashing little girls earlier this month, the 55-year-old obscenity convict took a squad car ride after a call came in to ABC 26 News from a tipster. Melinda was busted in JP for an Orleans Parish crime. He was arrested yesterday when a Wheel of Justice watcher picked up the phone. And he's the latest Wheel suspect to go down.
You see yourself on the Wheel of Justice, man?
Cool, but
Never pulled on door handles or anything like that?
Sizzlin', you know you were on the Wheel of Justice, right?
Well, get out my face. I don't got nothing to say to y'all.
Arrestees aren't always up for talking, but your tips have been good fodder for cops, Crime Stoppers, and us. Since we began airing the Wheel of Justice at ABC 26, 118 wanted men or women have been taken off the streets. 17 have been arrested since we started giving you longer form pieces back in October. Thanks. As for those behind bars, Slidell Police Chief Freddie Drennan assures they're well taken care of.
We got a nice bump for him, and we'll give him 3 hots and a cot.